Did I share my screen? No, not yet.
No.
Let me share my screen. And welcome to the SIG network meeting. We have two webs. First is the network devices with DRA. It's ongoing. It has reviews from Aurel, I think, and
Yeah,
from you
it's
also.
approved. It's approved by OL already, and it's now under review by Igor as the core approver.
Cool.
So looking good.
So this is the web, and there should be a link to the PRs. If you want to take a look, please take a look. And it's targeted for this release, right? The next release.
A 1.9, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the code freezes on 24th June or something. Cool. And then we have the one about the masquerade port ranges. I remembered I reviewed it long back, but I did not check it like recently.
I don't recall that it's approved, no.
Mhm. There was an LGTM. At least
No.
it's in review.
There was? Yeah, I see an LGT.
No, that's different. This is a touch up to the web. Where are
Oh,
the
okay.
PRs?
But is the VEP approved?
This is the main web. This was approved, yes.
Yes, it's
And
merged.
cool. And are there any follow-up PRs that we need to look at? Nope, not yet. Cool, I'll take a look, and if there are PRs, I'll add it to the list. There are no PRs. This is a touch-up. I'll also take a look. That's all we have from webs. I did not see any recent issues. So moving on to the PRs. What's this one?
Didn't I open an issue about past in IPv6?
Did you? I'll just check.
Maybe I didn't even put SIG network there. Look under my name.
Yeah, let me check.
Yeah, so it doesn't have a SIG network, I think, on it, which is a mistake.
I'll add it, no worries. What's happening here? Migration with paths does not retain guest IPv6. Once again, IPv6.
Fronema source.
Do you already have PRs for this, or what's happening here?
Not yet. I have a draft PR where I'm actually testing the solution, but it is not ready for review, and so no, still working on it on the back burner, if you will.
Cool. I'll add it here so we have it in the list. And then we have the PRs. This is from Orshaval. It excludes in-place bridge hot plug from a flaky lane. I will take a look, and what's happening? It has an LGTM already.
From who?
From Barak.
What does it do? Mark the in-place.
Sorry, you're reading.
Yeah, no, what does it do?
Marks the in-place bridge NIC hot plug entries as no flake check. Something was flaking, and I remember this. I hit this in one of my PRs as well. So
Yeah.
if you have a lane which does not install DNC and it still runs the in-place hot plug, it will flake.
Yeah.
If you look at my linter PRs
Because it
somewhere
doesn't
here,
have DNC. Yeah.
yep. If you look at my linter PRs, it is hitting the
Yeah.
same thing. And I was about to
Okay.
ask like what to do. Okay, so I will LGTM this after the call because I wanted to merge. What's
What
happening
does
next?
this snowflake do?
I don't know. I need to check. Prevents flaking somehow.
No, maybe it just it makes it not run in the flake test.
Let me check. Yeah, it's a decorator.
Yeah, that does what? That doesn't get picked up when the flake finder runs, when the flakeling runs.
Probably because he says like exclude it from the flake lane. So it's excluding from the
Okay.
flake
Oh
lane.
yeah, yeah. It's clear.
Nice. I did not know there was a decorator like this. Cool. Next we have Orel's PR, which separates the unprivileged setup and the privileged setup.
Yeah, I started to review it about halfway through.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a PR that's quite important to us. It refactors the phase two of the Vert Launcher network setup, making it more readable, more testable, and so on and so forth. All right, OL is now joining me. I think that you can describe the PR. It sounded really good. It's refactors everything that happens in the function when you set up. I don't think I'm sure you see this.
Thank you. What do we have next?
Ananya, you might wanna review it as well.
Yes, I remember I reviewed a similar PR. I think it's that was the first one in the series. I will take a look.
We're
Then we
talking
have
about the visual release data. Like, yeah, startup indication test.
okay. Then we have the two PRs about changing Cirrus to Alpine with chest tool from Harshita. This is a
Is
very
this,
old PR, and we need to review this because
yeah, I
this,
remember it, but why are we not making any progress with it? Is it SIG network at all?
it changes the SIG network test, so we need to be like happy with the changes. Personally, I'm okay with the change, but I'm not sure what it will break. Or I wanted someone from the team who wants to change this to take a look as well.
Um, did you see the latest commits? Because something I think is blocking it. And usually when Arisha needs my review, um she pings me about it.
She pinged me a week ago. I do not have time
Oh,
to look.
really? Oh.
Yeah. So it's this one and the next one. We need to look at that. For two different test files. This is for
Oh, it's the
VMI.
same change for two different tests. Okay.
Yep. And then we have this one, which is it's from me. Oh, okay. It's adding some of the test files that we have to the linter. It's a very short PR, and after Orshova's PR merges, the flake will be hopefully gone. So it's this one, and the next one. I'm not going through all of them. It's very
But
small.
you're saying that the flake will be gone. What flake? Is it PR flaking?
Yes, because I'm adding the hot plug SRIV and hot plug bridge, not this one, hot plug bridge. Because I'm making changes to these test files, it's being picked up in the flake lane. And
But the
if I
flake
have,
lane is not mandatory.
it's not mandatory, but still it's red. It does not look very good. It's required apparently.
But is the flake related to DNC?
Last time I checked, yes. All this is in place and this lane does not run in place.
When
Does not run
when
DNC.
when did it became required?
I have
It's
no
not
idea.
required. It's not required.
It's lists here as required. What do you mean? Look,
Oh, all right.
This
And
is
Oral,
above in
bad
the table,
because
and above in
this
the table, does it say?
what
what?
in the where?
Yeah, required true. Yeah, no, we need to find out why it became required.
I remember like long back in one of the upstream CI calls, there was a discussion regarding what we do about the flake lane because people are not looking at it. Maybe it resulted in making that as required. But before we discuss that, I see Oral's hand is up. Oral.
Not hear anyone.
Can't hear you.
No, we cannot hear you.
No?
Oh, now
Yeah, now it's better, yes.
Great. Great. So I wanted to say that there are 3 of these PRs to add linter coverage to some tests, and one of them has a comment that affects the rest. Can you please address it?
Let me check. One of them had an outdated PR description, which I will fix. This one I will fix. What about the other two? I did not get that.
I don't remember, but let's do them one by one. Let's make sure we are aligned on the first one, and then we can continue with the other two after we've learned some stuff from the first.
Okay. This is the first one. And initially I changed all the eventualities to the old format because the linter was not happy. And then I fixed it to the new format with a comment about no lint. I have the explanation somewhere in the comment message. And it does not have any newer comments.
Anyway, I think the most important one is the fact that Flake 1 became required. I don't understand how this happened. Are you aware of this, Sorel?
No, I was not aware.
I'm gonna check with the CI right now.
Yeah, I don't like this that the SIGs were not informed. At least this is like problematic, and I think the reason you need to check now if this is required now and this will stay like this. I'm assuming that all plugin or hot plug tests are problematic now because the way that Flex works, it runs the whole uh, the whole test file multiple times or something like that in a loop, and that is not always something that we tolerate. Like if you'll examine what's going on, you will see that there is a problem. I suspect there
For
is
this one
a
specifically, this lane does not install the DNC, so all the in-place hot plugs are failing. And Orshoval has a PR which adds a decorator to the in-place ones so that it does not run in the flake lane.
Yeah, but there are also, I don't know if this is the case, but I remember in the past, maybe this was resolved in some cases. There were some other tests that were not built to re-execute multiple times.
Maybe we
That's
should
it.
omit them from the flake lane like Orshoval did with his PR.
I don't know if there is an option like that.
Apparently there is, which is his PR. Let me get it. Not this one. This one. He added a nice little decorator which excludes the test from the flaky lane.
That one, this is like a new one or an existing one?
I have no idea. I need to check.
I don't think I want this. It's crazy. Who approved this kind of decorator? 'Cause- 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 'c It looks like it was not invented here. It's like someone added this.
Actually, it goes back to, oh, that's, you're looking at All's PR?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do we have any network tests like this that are marked with no flag on check?
No. This is the first time I came across this decorator.
Yeah, that's like saying my test sucks. I'll declare it publicly that it sucks. No, I don't think this it can be. It makes sense to maybe list the decorators that do not allow flake checks. Like for example, in place hot plug nick. That's a decorator that should not that the flake checker should not process. But on the other hand, someone needs to ask the question why. It's not valid that it's not. It should handle it, right? So the solution is not to bypass the problem, but to actually solve it. Solve it means that it should deploy whatever is needed in order to have the in-place hot plug nick, or not to select them when they run.
Do we have a decorator for DNC? Then we can add that and it will be deployed
This
only in
one,
DNC.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
you have
talking
it
about the
here.
interest.
Yeah, you have a decorator here. Look at the line.
Ah, this is okay.
So when you run the no flake checker, then it should not choose this one, this test. Okay, so just snack it and let's continue.
Okay, this is open for review. And what's this one? This is also the linter thingy. This is the last PR from Orel about moving our lanes to 136. It has LGTMs, it needs an approve now.
What is it?
Orel,
To
do you
run
want to talk about it?
It's a 136 special lane network lanes.
What does it mean special?
It means IPv6 and I don't know, SRIOV. What else do we have there?
DNC.
DNC, yeah.
Actually, the SIOV lane will still be on 135 because there isn't an official 136 build of kind yet. And I also added another last PR to the list, if you can please.
Yes. One sec.
By the way, can you remind me the in place hot plug? Is it protected by a feature get or not?
It's not.
So okay, but have we formally said that it is supported? The that we documented that we need to deploy this thing and then it will work, or is it like?
I don't remember that we've officially said that it is supported.
Orel, do you want to talk about your PR?
And by the way, I just checked. We do say that you need to deploy the Dynamics network controller. So we do document it. Yes, this PR is a simple bump of all the types that come with network v1 from a very old version to the most recent version. it will allow us to consume more of the types here that are reported in the network status annotation and not drop them.
Thank you. I'll take a look. That's all the PRs we had. I did not see anything on Slack or the mailing list or the open floor. I mean, now we are at the open floor. Anyone wants to add any topics?
I actually saw at least one Slack thread in case you're interested. It's this one. I also saw an issue. I'm sorry that I've missed the beginning, but there are at least two issues that I saw. I answered one of them today, and the other we still need to answer. This is one of them, and the other is, find it in a sec.
It's getting worse along with the years. The older you get, the more you forget.
This
Let's start with the first one. What's happening here?
and this person wants to receive DHCP offers, but it's not clear to me from where they want to get this. So I listed all the options and asked them for clarification. And the other one, it seems like this person is trying to do an integration with, I think it was Calico, with something that we don't test, on our upstream tests. So I need to look more deeply into it to understand what exactly they want. But basically, I think it's integration.
What do you mean? Can you go up? It says VM becomes unreachable via public IP after ingest shutdown with run strategy always.
Yes, and if you scroll down a bit, you will see that they are trying to do something with Calico annotations. See IPv4 pool, it's not something that we test. And I don't know what are the consequences of this annotation in terms of what Calico does internally.
Okay. I don't know what every time the port comes up, it has a different IP. So
Yes, it was actually Cilium, not Calico. But anyways, it does something probably that we are not aware of.
no, but did he wrote this that it comes back?
No, we need to answer this person and try to question them into telling the full story.
There is, by the way, it was introduced. I don't know if it's for 1.9, but they introduced an option to when you do a restart, it will not kill the root launcher. Maybe it will help him. Something that I didn't like that was done, but it exists now. I think it's with a feature gate. I'm not sure.
Does it have any bad effect on
Yeah,
network?
it means that it will not change like if you do a restart from inside the guest, it will do a, it will not shut down it will not kill the virt launcher. It will keep it and the guest will be rebooted without killing the QEMU. You understand?
Yes, I'm just trying to think about why is
If
it
it's a
not
restart. It's a
suboptimal for us.
sorry, it's a shutdown, not a restart. So no, it's not correct. It was about restart, not about shutdown. He said here that he's doing a shutdown. I don't understand what. Yeah, well, he needs to explain what is not working for him.
Yes. I'll take it later today or tomorrow.
I don't know if there is anything to take. He just needs to provide him like the manifest before and after.
Yes, it's just to, draft some.
If we're done, I have a response from Daniel Wheeler about the Blake Lane. You want to hear it?
Mm-hmm.
So he wrote, I started the discussion around the 30th of May. It was made required around mid-April 2026. And he's quoting something inside that says that they also added that decorator, the no flake check that Orcheval was using. That you can put it inside the.
We will not put it inside. You can update him that we reject the usage of that. He should not run the flex on things that he's not using. We will not add the decorator like that. He can add the decorator, or he needs to run that job or that execution and put all if he is not deploying the things that he needs to deploy, he needs to exclude the specific test in that job, not in we will not add decorator, we will not add decorators in the test. That's it.
The discussion held was in the community email.
Yeah, but the fact that the problem is that this is not the first time that things are done without getting an explicit act from the SIGs. So this is the problematic because it causes this problem. I suggest that if someone has time now to send a PR, so the job of that flag will include that exclusion of that decorator. Not to choose those tests.
I didn't
I think
understand
it will be
what the
just
PR will
faster.
do. Say that again. The job of the test will exclude.
When someone runs that job, right? It should exclude the tests that are marked with the requirement that in place hot plug because you don't deploy that thing.
The job will exclude the specific network jobs that should not run.
Yeah, that's one option. The other option is that you deploy that add-on, that addition, that DNC thing. That's there are two options. One is to deselect the test.
I'm afraid that it's more than just the DNC. I remember other things that were missing in that lane.
Maybe, for example, maybe it misses migration, like you don't have enough nodes. I don't know.
I think that it can even run SRIV tests if they're flaking. And it has the completely incorrect setup for that.
Yeah, so this is the problem. It's we will not. I'm saying it here. I will not. I will not. If someone is sending this kind of, I will not agree to this. It doesn't make sense that we'll have to decorate half of our tests because they cannot run in the flex. It should be the other way around. We should decorate tests with some indication of their functionality so that when they run the flex job, you can specify there which ones can run and which ones cannot run.
Okay, makes sense.
All right, thank you. And this was the last Slack thread that Earl was talking about. Do you want to talk about it?
This person wanted to ask if we support Mac VLAN. Then he wrote his use case. I told him for his use case, do one of these three. Cool.
Cool. Thank you. Any more items for the open floor?
I don't understand, Rad, can you please, what do you mean it's not supported?
We are not supporting Mac VLAN as a CNI. We explicitly document.
Where did we document that we don't support Mac? In which interface? The primary?
Can you please open this link, Anani?
Mm-hmm.
It's under which section? No. We know under which section is this limitation of what? For the bridge
Not,
interface.
yes, for the bridge interface.
Okay, but it works for example, for Masquerade. So
I don't recall seeing Masquerade with, primary CNI of Mac VLAN.
I don't know. We don't limit it. I think I think it will work with on Masquerade.
But I think Masquerade is limited to primary network only.
Yes, but primary you can have can put whatever you want. Maybe they use McVille. You can
Yes.
change it also.
You can put whatever
Okay.
you want, but the default CNI is probably not Mac VLAN.
But you can put a default Multus with a default.
Yes, you can put.
I don't know what they are doing. Are you sure they are using secondary? This is what I'm asking.
No, I'm unsure, but based on their use case, it would make sense to me.
Okay.
And I explicitly wrote here that I mean in secondary.
So in general, there is also that Mac VLAN. There are two Mac VLAN. One is the hot plug, the plugin option, and the plugin option is different, and that will work. Should work, but we are not directly obviously supporting that. I mean, it's supported through that, maybe through that CNI device plugin vendor.
The Mac V tap, and I wrote it as one of them.
Yeah.
Any more items for the open floor?
So for the open floor, I just want to say that there was a missed web, I think. This shows that we are not really tracking well what's going on the web. So I'm blaming myself mainly. There was a web that introduced that it was raised by it's about cross-cluster migration, and it raised the requirement that two clusters will have connectivity, and that the existing solution that says that multiple nodes needs to have connectivity to multiple nodes on a different cluster is not practical in some cases, and that's why they need only one IP address being public. I don't know if I express it well enough. If you go to the web, I think I don't have the link now, but if anyone here has the web.
I understand that only one of the other clusters IPs should be reachable.
Yes, it's already merged, so you should not look at the PRs.
If you scroll down, you will see it. It was raised here, but no one asked an ACK from us, so it got merged without SIG networks.
Yeah, but we should, from my perspective, if anyone here, if someone if someone sees network and he thinks there may be some issue or requires attention, then I mean, I will ask that please either raise it that we need to handle it, and maybe even put a hold so we can review it, or ask to take into account that we need to review it as well. I think in this specific case, we needed to review it more thoroughly and have a discussion there before it got in. But it's now an aftermath thing, and we may need to consider this, like what can we do? At the moment, the solution there is to do multiplexing of TCP connections. So they have like they split the migration path from one connection between node on one cluster to another different cluster through three segments, like node to a central component, etc. on one cluster, then to another component, a different cluster, and from that central part on the other cluster to the node, the target. And there is the PR. I saw the PR. The PR is pretty big. So anyway, for next time, let's try to catch this, and I'll mainly telling it to myself as well. I will try to, by the way, to talk with. I'm trying to find out with if we can provide any alternative at the network level to this thing in parallel at least.
Is there like a, an off-the-shelf solution to this?
Well, in my perspective, it's a network problem, and I think yes, it's like you have LAN. One LAN needs to talk with a different LAN on a remote location, and in between, you instead of keeping it layer 2, you set routing. That's it. So it will be reachable. The network there is a distinction, like this network specific is just for migration, so it doesn't have to be layer 2. It just needs to be reachable. So I didn't understand why or where some limitation came from. This is why I think it needs to be discussed.
Which FIP is it? I did not understand.
By the way, anyone here was involved in the cross-cluster migration work?
I was involved in a tiny piece.
Okay, so
Why?
that's it. I just shared what's the status, and maybe we'll try to figure out some other solution. But for now, I don't see what else we can do. That one will probably get in as an alpha, I guess. I just hope that we will be able to stop it before it gets to beta. But in order to stop it, we need an alternative.
Okay.
All right, any more items for the open floor? If not, thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye.